Good afternoon po, a blessed Tuesday po in the platform. Maayong hapon sa tanan, good afternoon. Welcome po to our virtual orientation on the approval of AIP and PPMP FY 2024. Blessed Tuesday po sa lahat. Emotional check muna tayo. Emotional check. Are you happy right now? If you are happy, kindly chat Happy Tuesday. Okay? If you are happy right now, kindly chat in our chat box. Happy Tuesday. Okay. Happy Tuesday po, Ma'am Daisy. Oh, Ma'am Daisy. Thank you for the prompt reply. Edward, narami naman. Okay, thank you for your reply. Happy Tuesday po. Would you mind if I ask a question with regards to what makes you happy this Tuesday? Bakit tayo masaya? Share naman while waiting for the others. Still, total number of participants about 120. What makes you happy? Only one word? Can you chat in our chat box? Rainy days makes me happy. Okay. I'll enjoy. Hello, Servin. Hello po. Hello, Joy. I'm happy. I'm very glad to talk to you in the in virtual. Happy Tuesday. Busog, alive. Happy Tuesday from Alive, Samuel. From Nora, hello sir, hello po. I see some familiar names here, no? Okay, blessed Tuesday po, blessed Rayo, Bet. Okay, isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Ako, what makes me happy? 3-in-1 coffee. Nandiyan, no? Okay, ito yung nagbibigay kasiyahan. Having 24/7 workload here in the SDO. Kayo rin, alam ko, no? Halos pasan natin ang mundo, pasan natin ang ating daigdig. Pero happy tayo to serve our client, the learners. Okay, is everybody present right now? Tingnan ko. We have a total of 157 participants as of now. Time check, it is now 1 o'clock, 1:04 in the afternoon. Paki-chat na lang po sa mga kasamahan natin sa district to please join in our virtual orientation because our opening program will formally start promptly. Gemma Junaldo, happy Tuesday sa kape. Okay, from Sangan, Labangan 1. Okay, paki-chat na lang po yung mga kasamahan natin sa district office that our preliminaries will start promptly. And also inviting everyone to please stay here, stay tuned, sit back lang tayo, and relax as we are about to start our preliminaries. Total participants, 176. Okay. Actually, your attendance is very much appreciated po. From Balamban, ES, Sir Christopher Bolando. Ngayong hapon, sir. Nangaon na ba tatanan? Happy kayo? Busog ba tanan? Busog? Okay? It's really good to see your virtual faces. May tumatawag. And happy Tuesday po. Blessed Tuesday po sa lahat. Ayan ako, ma'am. Ayan ako. Okay. I think everyone is here right now. Anybody else is late, they could just join us as we go along. Is everybody present right now? We have a total participants of 217. Time check po. It is 1:08 in the afternoon. Are we good to go, ma'am? Okay, let's talk. Happy rainy afternoon from Jomar Gapul. And from Brigidas, Ma'am Brigida Maribom, good afternoon, everyone. Principal 3 of Serefeno Al Comendras Elementary School. Hi po, ma'am. Hello, sir, from D1ES, Mahayag South. Good afternoon. From Malim, good afternoon po. And from Sir Ma'am Jessie Faith Maribong, good afternoon, everyone watching from Serefeno M. Alcomendras, Mahayag North District. Again, repeat announcement, kindly chat yung mga kasama natin sa district that they could join us because our opening program will start promptly right now. Isabi na lang po, the earlier the better so that we could finish it not later than 4 p.m. Sana po. Rosa. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. There's a technical problem here, so it's good to be back. Okay, are we good to go, sir? Yes. Okay. My respect to our schools division superintendent, Dr. Jeneline A. Aliman, CESO 6, to our two ASDSS, Dr. Raymond M. Salvador, CESO 6, and Dr. Jerry C. Boquinquito, CESI, to our CID Chief, Dr. Juliet A. Magallanes, to our SGOD Chief, Dr. Gay A. Abduhan, to all the public schools district supervisors, school principals, school heads, teacher in charge, fellow teachers, good afternoon and welcome to this virtual orientation on the preparation and approval of AIP PPMP fiscal year 2024. To formally start, may I request everyone to please observe silence and kindly mute all your microphone not to disrupt our preliminaries as we give honor to our country and God by an audio-visual presentation.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, tewas na sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka masisingil, sa nagatang putok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di matitindig. Lumang ang araw ng walang pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling ko. Ang bigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Let's pray. Our Lord God in heaven, thank you for the new day you bestowed upon us. Until this moment, we still have our borrowed life and strength from you. We worship and praise your holy name. This moment, we will continue to study and acquire new knowledge. May you bless our students with the witty brain to think fast and an inquiring mind to be curious in whatever knowledge they will learn today. Most importantly, bless them with your wisdom and a heart that will follow your commandments in order for them to become worthy in their studies. You know that in these recent times, most are suffering from hardships and economic crisis. We humbly ask you to bless the parents of our students. May you shower your abundant blessings and prosperity to each of their homes. So that we can use this not only for our daily lives, but especially for the performance of our duties to your holy name. We hope that you heard our prayer. We ask all of this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior. Amen.
With fair shores and mountains filled with treasures, a rich land where dreams unfold. Its people marching on to progress, hearts undaunted, brave and true. Hand in hand with brother Filipinos, Zambusur will make you great. We'll work unceasing without relenting, for country's might you can count on us. With fair shores and mountains filled with treasures, a rich land where dreams unfold. Its people marching on to progress, hearts undaunted, brave and true. Hand in hand with brother Filipinos, Zambusur will make you great. We'll work unceasing without relenting, for country's might you can count on us. Come to beautiful Zamboanga Sur, welcome to God's great gift given to man. Share our joys and sorrows, join in the making of the wondrous land. Zamboanga del Sur, the bountiful, we love thy whole heart, spirit and soul. We will live for you, we will die for you. Here is his arms, Zamboanga del Sur. Come to beautiful Zamboanga Sur, welcome to God's great gift given to man.
God's great gift given to
Share our
share.
joys and sorrows,
Let us
join in
join
the
the
making
making
of
of
the
the
wondrous
wondrous land, the wondrous
Zamboanga del Sur, the bountiful, we love thy
thy
whole heart, spirit and soul. We will live for you, we will die for you. Fearless as our Zamboanga del Sur.
Okay, once again, good afternoon everyone and welcome to our virtual orientation on the preparation and approval of AIP and PPMP 2024. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, to streamline our attendance checking, kindly enable your camera to confirm your presence in our virtual orientation. Please open your camera as I call upon your group participation by Qual-C. Okay, let's start with the Qual-C 1. Kindly open your camera. Okay, to Qual-C 1 comprising Dumingag 1, 2, Mahayag North, South, and Josefina. Kindly open your camera po in order for us to streamline your attendance. Walang Qual-C 1? Okay, let's proceed to Qual-C 2. Qual-C 2, Mulawi East, Mulawi West, Tambulig, Suminot, Ramon Magsaysay, and Midsalip. Kindly open your camera po. Madunggan po, ma'am. Okay. Wala pa rin. Walang participants coming from Qual-C 2.
Excuse
Is
me,
there...
Sir Ben.
Kindly open your camera. Okay. Okay, Qual-C 2. Okay. Now, let's proceed to Qual-C 3. Tukuran East and West, Labangan 1 and 2, and Aurora East and West. Kindly open your camera to confirm your attendance right now. Qual-C 3. Wala pa rin. How about, race lang. Okay. How about the Qual-C 4? Dumalinaw, Tigbao, Bayog, Kumalarang, and Lakewood. Qual-C 4. Okay, andyan, maraming present. Okay, thank you. Now, let's proceed to Qual-C 5. Comprising San Pablo, San Miguel, Lapuyan, Margos, and Vincenzo Sagon. Okay, kaway-kaway naman dyan. Okay. Thank you. And last but not the least, let's proceed to Qual-C 6. Quality 6, Gipos, Dinas, Dimataling, Pitugo, and Tabina. Okay. It's good to see your virtual faces right now. Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Kindly bear in mind that your attendance will greatly contribute to the quality of our discussion right now, not only to the progress in the preparation and approval of the AIP and PPMP, but also to the entire division of Zamboanga del Sur. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Thank you. At this moment in time, to kick off this virtual orientation, let's lend our ears to listen and to facilitate the SDO priority programs, projects, and activities fiscal year 2024. Please help me in welcoming our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jerry C. Bukingkito Sesi. A virtual clap, please. Sir?
Thank you, Sir Bin, and thank you, Ma'am Dar, for um, fixing the presentation on screen. Good afternoon once again to each one, to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Janine A. Aleman, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Raymond M. Salvador, to the two chiefs of the CID and SGOD, Ma'am Joy and Ma'am Gee, to all the program education supervisors, the senior education program supervisors, to everyone present in this virtual room. Mayong hapon atong tanan. My presentation this time is actually the presentation of our schools division superintendent to ensure that your plans in the different schools shall be aligned to the plan of the division, the priority of the division. I understand that you already have prepared your initial enhancement of the AIP for 2024. However, our superintendent feels the need to enrich your plan by incorporating the priority programs, projects, and activities of our division consistent with the Matatag curriculum. As you can see on screen, it's a FY 2024 budget setting workshop, which is the material used by our superintendent in our recently concluded workshop in budget setting of the division office proper. And it's in here that each office of this division is actually incorporating the priority of our schools division superintendents, OPCRF, to make our effort united and hopefully will ensure that we can contribute to the goals and objectives of our department. And we will be talking now as part of the enhancement later of your EIP, the incorporation of the different programs, priority programs, projects, and activities. As I said, in our schools divisions, as also indicated in the OPSRF of our superintendent of our division. But before I proceed, allow me to present on this direction. As Stephen Covey said, that in all our undertaking, we always have to begin with the end in mind. So it's better for us to have a review of why we are doing all these things, for what and for whom, so that we can see right now the sector outcome, meaning education sector outcome. We are actually expected to contribute to this. It's not the sole responsibility of our department to ensure lifelong learning opportunities for our learners, because education is a shared responsibility and a business of everyone in the society. Then, from looking at the sector outcomes, we have the organizational outcome, that access of every Filipino to an enhanced basic education program, enabling them to further education, entrepreneurship, and sorry, for a while it's covered here. And the okay, and the world of work achieved. So it's actually a big responsibility on us, because we are not just preparing our children for a small community, but it's actually community not just on education, but on entrepreneurship in the world of work, that we have to bring these children to our learners. Then further, as had been presented to us over and over again, we have this strategic direction, the goal chart we have here, that we have the goal all Filipinos are able to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully in building a cohesive nation. Um, we know exactly that it's this element is found in our vision, and it's the reason why many initiatives of our department had been launched to contribute to this. Then the sector outcome, basic education learners have the physical, cognitive, emotional, and moral preparation for civic participation and engagement in post-secondary opportunities in their local, national, and global communities. So this is it why I said earlier that we're not just preparing our children in a small community, but in a larger community, in a global community. How do we prepare them? It's in our hands. That is the reason why we have a lot of programs, projects, and activities launched by our department. It may be initiated by the division, region, or national office to hopefully contribute to this towards this end. And leading to that, we have our so-called internal outcomes, or intermediate outcomes, I should say, that our intermediate outcomes had been outlined into four. One is access, equity, quality, and resilience and well-being. So in each of these, we have the sub intermediate outcomes. And as on this slide, you can see under access that all school age children, out of school youth, and adults access to relevant basic education learning opportunities. Yes, but the data is for access. And for the equity, we have disadvantaged school age children and youth and adults benefited from appropriate equity initiatives. So remember that equity is not equality. Then quality, under this IO, learners complete K to 12 basic education, having attained all learning standards that equip them with necessary skills and attributes to pursue their chosen paths. So notice under quality is a big task that we have to do, because it's not easy that the learning standards shall be mastered by our learners. And the fourth one, in support to all these first three IOs, is number four, the resilience and well-being. I am sorry, it's still part resilience and well-being. Learners are resilient and know the rights and have the life skills to protect themselves and claim their education related rights from DepEd and other duty bearers to promote their learners well-being. Still our task, no, as basic education providers to these children. And in support to this, all these things, we have the enabling mechanisms. We have the agile, efficient, and resilient governance and management processes. And upon the introduction of the matatag agenda of our current administration, and as pursued by our secretary, we have the following. There is an clear inclusion of the matatag. How is this put into framework? We have on screen that under access and equity, we have their data there. The take good care of learners by promoting learners' well-being, inclusive education, and a positive learning environment. That is for access and equity. For quality and resilience, we have make the curriculum relevant to produce competent and job-ready, active and responsive citizens. And to support all these things, we have the enabling mechanisms on governance that we need efficient, nimble, and resilient governance and management processes. Then to take steps to accelerate delivery of basic education facilities and services. Then the other one there is, and most important one, is giving support to teachers to teach better. So right now, we notice that there are a lot of support to teachers, not just in terms of monetary support, but in terms of capacity building support to teachers. Hopefully, that our teachers will demonstrate quality teaching and eventually transform our learners into a better citizen of the country. So, allow me now to present to you under access the strategies that speaks of the or the speak the of the priority of our division superintendent and our division. In red font here, you can see research studies on effective stakeholders involvement in strengthening kindergarten program. We are encouraging because there are a lot of research already, but seldom we can see research studies on effective stakeholders involvement in strengthening kindergarten. We are encouraging you to go research or to do research, focus on this item because this is a priority. We're not saying that others are not important. However, these things can wait. And for next year, we would like to see the inclusion of this red font item in your annual implementation plan. Another strategy under access, we have digital materials for all learning areas developed. All schools have science laboratory. It's a big challenge actually in each of us because putting up laboratory is costly. However, in your own little way, in different schools, I think we can at least we can put up a corner for our science laboratory. At least that's the least expectation. But to those schools we have resources and capabilities to put up science laboratory, we are encouraging you to include this as part of your implementation next year. Take note that we are not alone in DepEd. We have partners. Only that we have to provide avenue to our partners how to get into our system. Then another one is schools implement feeding program for targeted learners. So right now, the procurement of our feeding is centralized, is in a division, and according to our focal person, it's in the health and nutrition section, that this shall be blended implementation on this next year. And health and teaching personnel trained on appropriate school health and nutrition standards. So we would like to expand our personnel of the division by training our uh, teachers to assist in appropriate school health and nutrition standards activities and implementation. Then another strategy that will be a priority by next year under access, teachers and learning facilitators capacitated to implement remediation program and management of learners at risk of dropping out. I think there's no need for me to expand on this. Then schools implemented remediation program for struggling learners through Ibasa, Ibilang, and Easy Club and other learning areas. Likewise, it's also a priority of our division that our schools, our incomplete primary schools, shall be converted into complete multi-grade schools, meaning complete elementary school, grade kinder to grade 6. Then new secondary schools may be established in strategic areas, and we are asking cooperation of those who are concerned of this, because we still have students with difficulties of attending classes due to geographic consideration, that their residence is very far from the existing public schools or private schools in their localities. Then we also push on integrated publics on the establishment of an integrated public schools. And if it is not possible to establish new secondary schools, at least we can convert existing elementary school into an integrated school. Then a scheme for tracing learners completing basic education is developed and operational. Then the other one is elementary and secondary schools capacitated on how to trace learners' whereabouts. So we need tracers on this. And in your end, probably you can have an initial activity on this by tracing your learners who are after the completed certain level in your school. If it is elementary, where do our learners go after elementary? And for second for junior high school, after that, where this junior high school completers go? Then for senior high school, where do these senior high school graduates go after grade 12? Will they be in entrepreneurial activities, proceed to tertiary level education, or they have landed a job, and many others. So we need your cooperation on this. Then ALS literacy mapping strategies developed and implemented in divisions and schools. So we are encouraging also, no. I think we need the collaboration of our um, teachers in the formal system to help our ALS facilitators also map up our ALS learners. Then ALS teachers trained on online platforms. There is an ongoing activity and plan of this, and we hope by next year all our ALS teachers will be trained online on online platforms. Then access to print and unprint media resource in the CLCs, ALS Imani systems and processes developed and operationalized. Under equity, we have the following. As read earlier, We have school-aged children and youth and adults in situations of disadvantage benefited from appropriate equity initiatives. Then we have the following programs to be implemented and prioritized next year. Mechanism for the enrollment of pre-identified children with disabilities in kindergarten. So during the early enrollment, I hope that we can already start identifying our learners with special needs, particularly in kindergarten. Then the Madrasa Education or Allied Program, the IP-Ed program, the ALS, Imani Systems in Inclusive Education, the GAD, and Child Protection program must be in place also. Uh, I am encouraging also all our schools through the leadership of our school heads to ensure that our child protection program uh, is working in a school by ensuring that our child protection committee is functional in our school. Then under resilience, we have integrating children's right in all policies and designs in a tool for ensuring adherence to rights to child rights. Then strengthen the mechanism in safeguarding our learners against all forms of discrimination and dangers. Strengthen and institutionalize the reintegration program for adolescent mothers, or children at risk, and children in conflict with law, the CICL. So we have to, maybe one of the committees shall be created for this if it will not be under the Child Protection Committee. Then strengthen inclusive education programs, including the alternative learning system, the last mile schools, and a program for IP learners and learners with disabilities. Under quality here, we have the following strategies: aligning curriculum and instruction methods in all subject areas. We have to ensure that there is curriculum guide in all learning areas with written in terms of learning standards and learning outcomes developed and disseminated. Then the socio-emotional and 21st century skills applied in all subjects across all stages using the spiral progression strategies implemented in schools. The learning approaches, methods, and strategies like inquiry and problem-based across all stages in various learning delivery modalities like face-to-face, distance learning, modular, and online and blended learning are implemented in schools. Then we have also this one, the strengthen competence of teachers and instructional leaders on curriculum instruction and assessment. The matatag curriculum, the matatag competencies, teachers trained on effective approaches, methods, and strategies, teachers trained on assessment skills through school-based LAC, then revitalize ESM, English, Science, and Mathematics, coordinated regional CPD program for all teachers based on teachers' need analysis developed. Then coaching and mentoring program are developed and implemented in all schools. Then intensify values formation through GMRC. And some more we have here. Third one, under quality, assess learning outcomes of its key stage transition and for learners in situation of disadvantage. We have and I know that right now there are districts that are holding um, cascading of ELNA, and it will probably um, end tomorrow to those who followed the exact schedule. Then administration of NAT, basic education exit assessment to all grade 12, stage 4 learners, including learners with special needs completed. The National Career Assessment Examination administered at grade 9. Then accreditation and equivalency test for ALS learners administered every March of each year. then mechanisms for aggregation of classroom assessment for division-wide learning assessment in place and operationalize. Then the fourth one, under quality, align resource provision with key stage learning standards. Reading and numeracy resource materials for foundational development of all stage 1 learners developed and disseminated. Then integration of digital education equipment, tools and materials, and guidelines for safe use in the teaching and learning process implemented in all schools, including television and radio where appropriate. And systems for quality assurance of learning modules and digital learning materials recommended for use in public and private schools is developed and operationalized. Still on quality and giving support to teachers to teach better, improve competence of teachers, provide professional development programs. Then as incentives, there will be the praise and awards committee will be very functional to give no awards and incentives to those who deserve and have rendered quality services in the system. Then the LAC session shall be continued. The learning and development interventions for school leaders shall also be pursued. Then career progression policy and succession plan, policy on the distribution of teachers' workload. Um, Please ensure that there is a balance of load distribution among your um, teachers in school. And we hope that to those school heads with few teachers will also have subject areas to teach on. Then on governance now, efficient, agile, and resilient governance and management processes. Improve and modernize internal systems and processes for a responsive and efficient delivery of basic education services. We have here, one is smart, the improved procurement management, enhanced monitoring and evaluation, and policy and research agenda. According to our superintendent, that leading with the heart means bringing passion, heart, trust, character, integrity, and love. Leading with a head and a heart. That's according to her. Good afternoon to all our teachers and to all our school administrators attending in this virtual conference. Daghang kayong salamat. Sir? I-out sa mga kami. Sa bato. Dali ako. So if there is none, then thank you very much for listening. If you might have questions, you may raise your question later after all the presentations, or wherever it may be appropriate to raise this question, so we can also entertain them and give clarification. Salamat ninyong tanan.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. That was our ASDS Dr. Jerry C. Bukungkito. At this juncture, I know everyone is very much excited and willing to listen about the procedure in the submission and evaluation and approval of the school AIP and PPMP. It is an honor and privilege to present to you our next speaker, the Senior Education Program Specialist, Ma'am Daria Gay Marikit. Take it away, Ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sir Vin. A pleasant afternoon to all, most especially to our schools division superintendent, Dr. Janeline A. Aleman Seso 6, with our ASDSS, Dr. Jerry Bokingkito, who just discussed earlier the priority programs and projects of DepEd Zamboanga del Sur for FY 2024. And so with Dr. Raymond Salvador, our ASDS. To our chief in the CID, Dr. Juliet Magallanes, and to our SGOD Chief, Ma'am Dr. Gay Abduhan, to our public schools district supervisors who are joining with us here, the school heads, the members of the district appraisal team, and the school planning team. And so with our validators from the accounting office and our division office personnel who are joining with us virtually, good afternoon. Allow me to discuss the procedure in the submission, evaluation, and approval of the school annual implementation plan and project procurement management plan. Actually, this was already discussed or presented during our enhancement of AIP last AIP 2023 last July, and this was issued through Division Memorandum number 285 series of 2023. So this is just a sort of review as to how we are going to accomplish our AIP and PPMP. Okay. So again, this is issued on through a division memorandum. So here that was dated brown out. Eyes. Padungan ko no? Okay, sige, I'll proceed. Napatay net. Okay. So here it states that in the memorandum, it states that in compliance with DepEd Order number 24/2022, entitled Adoption of the Basic Education Development Plan, or BEDP 2030, this office, through the Planning and Research and Accounting sections, established the procedure in the submission, evaluation, and approval of the school annual implementation plan and project procurement management unless repealed, amended, or rescinded. Okay, sige. me check first muna my presentation. Okay. Sige, let me proceed. Let me continue. So all existing division for memoranda and other issuances that are not in agreement with this. So here is the procedure, and I'm sure you are already familiar with this, but i-refresh lang po gihapon nato so that pag abot sa time when we are going to have to prepare and submit. Yeah. Sige. Sige. Let me check. Am I clearly heard? May I hear reaction? Okay, sige. First procedure is on the preparation and submission of AIP and PPMP. So this will be prepared. Reminders that it's not only one person who will be preparing. We all know that. It's not only one person who AIP and PPMP. It's a collaborative it's a teamwork into the preparation, as there are some of the priority activities na, let's say for example, per department siya. So kaya it shall be prepared by the school planning team. You are also required to use prescribed template which can be downloaded from the link presented on or flashed on your screen. So this is the same that we used in the second semester enhancement, or the mid-year enhancement of our AIP and PPMP 2023, I mean. So take note that we have to observe the following. Program or project name must be clearly indicated. Please don't forget to indicate what type of program or project is this. The items to be procured must be related with the objective and or specific activity of the program. Kana siya. Another one, lead to 12 annual MDP. This will be discussed further by our by the in charge or by the next speaker, who will be focusing, or who, as her discussion will focus on financial matters. Localized price threshold must be observed. Only eligible or allowable items must be reflected. And only one format or template in the AIP and PPMP shall be used. So the one that is prescribed based on the template, you can download that one and use that template. Next one, there shall be uniformity in the unit of issue per item to avoid confusion. Subtotal per month must be reflected in the PPMP. And based or in accordance with Section 18 of RA 9184, please avoid, or please do refrain from using brand name, except if it's let's say part, or let's say compatible siya dapat, like for example ink. So you have to identify which where that ink will be used, or what kind of printer the ink will be used. For example, if Epson, so we have to include which that is acceptable. But for example, if you will be procuring printer, you're not allowed to write Epson as printer in your procurement. Overall monthly total must coincide with the division monthly MDP. A separate sheet bearing the signature of the school planning team shall be submitted along with the AIP and PPMP. Then, the AIP and PPMP must be submitted in at least 2 hard copies to the district SIP or AIP appraisal team. But we understand that some will be used because you are going to use that for instead of SOB. Am I right? Okay, so we do accept that you will be submitting more than 2 copies. It's okay. Each page of the AIP must bear the signature or initial of the school head. This is the usual thing na ma-return siya kasi walang signature. Now, from after preparation and submission of your AIP and PPMP, so you're going to submit that into your district and follows the district AIP checking. So this will be checked. Your AIP and PPMP will be checked by your district SIP or AIP appraisal team. And ensure that guidelines are strictly followed before forwarding it to the division office. The district appraisal team shall sign in the separate sheet submitted by the SPT. And then, district SIP or AIP appraisal team leader shall sign in every page of the submitted AIP. So your district appraisal team leader is your public schools district supervisor. Okay, once it's okay, now it's found to be in order in the district checking. So that's gonna be the time it will be submitted in the SDO. So for the SDO, it will be submitted or submitted at the record section, and for the record section will be forwarding it to the planning and research, so that the planning and research section can conduct initial appraisal, of which we will be using the appraisal sheet. So the planning and research, well, when found to be in order, will sign the AIP in all pages as an indication that it is checked in our level. And then we will forward the appraised AIP to the accounting section if found to be in order. In our level, we will check in the planning and research section. What will be checked is as to whether you use the correct format, you have complete attachments, and then you indicate matatag agenda in the appraisal sheet, or in your AIP, and so on. For the accounting section, so the accounting section shall review the allocation and eligibility of the items to be funded by MOOE as outlined in your AIP. They will also sign the AIP, all pages of the AIP, and forwards the reviewed AIP to the ASDS office for acceptance if found to be in order. Now, if it's found to be in order, so it will be forwarded to the ASDS office. And for District 1, so it will be forwarded to Sir Jerry, to ASDS Booking Quito, and for District 2, it will be forwarded to ASDS Salvador's office. So the ASDS sign for acceptance and return the AIP to the planning and research section for recording purposes. So that is the after the ASDS signs the your AIP, so it will be returned to planning and research, because we will be getting the appraisal sheet and recording it as well. Now, after recording from the planning and research, so it will be forwarded, or the planning and research will record the approved AIP in our database and forwards the approved AIP to the record section for release. Once your AIP is already returned, your AIP is approved and returned, you have to upload it, or the e-copy of the AIP and PPMP. So the school planning team uploads the electronic copy of the approved AIP and PPMP in PDF format in the link flashed on the screen. So PDF format, that means the signed copy of your AIP. Kasi approved man siya, so katong sign ang need nato nga i-upload. Now, reminders. Only AIPs that are found to be in order shall be forwarded to the concerned offices. Otherwise, shall be returned to the school for enhancement. Another one, the uploaded AIP shall be used by the accounting section in checking liquidation reports. For the templates, as I have mentioned, it's already provided in the link. So um, I don't think we still have to present it, or siguro i-present na lang nako siya for para ma-remind lang tanan. So for a moment, I will be ending my presentation first and then share to you the templates. And by the way, as agreed, The deadline for the submission of your your 2024 AIP shall be on December 15. Submission in the division office na. So that means it's already corrected in your level, in the district level. So here is our, school AIP. This is the copy. So I'm sure you're already familiar with this. Depende siya on the period of downloading that you have. If you have 2 months downloading, so you can use this one, or napod tayo 3 months downloading. So you do not have to print out kung wala siya appeal na ay mga blank. We do understand that not all pillars, not all strategies will have activities. So you can remove those activities nga naa-diri or na strategy, but then you do not have any activity. And then you indicate your matatag agenda, and then output or indicators, and then resource needed, physical target, financial target, and then the funding source. So kana siya, this is for your school AIP 2024. Okay. Take note that although in the appraisal sheet we have there pillars are indicated, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be all pillars, because we do understand that not all pillars will have dili siya tanan nga na ay baka dili siya for that period applicable na ay pillar nga mabutang. Like for example, baka your access is only for this period of downloading. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to indicate all of the 5. But at least when you do indicate one strategy, please have na maka-appear gihapon kung asang pillar gyud siya nag-fall. Okay, so that's for our school AIP. And then this is the separate sheet for SPT and district appraisal sheet. Okay, so just change the period. This is for from January to December naman siya nga. Since this is an annual implementation plan, so we can change this one. We will change this one, and then and also the period. Okay. And then for the appraisal sheet, so this is the appraisal sheet. Take note that the appraisal sheet shall be accomplished by the planning and research and accounting sections only. But you can use that as a reference in checking in the district and school level. Para when what that will be submitted in the division office, it's already in order. So just indicate the period of implementation, date AIP received, just leave it blank, and then kana siya. So these are the indicators in the planning and research section side. Format or template is correct. Submitted in 2 copies or at least 2 copies. Separate sheet bearing the signature of the school planning team and district appraisal team is attached. Duly accomplished PPMP is attached. School had signs in every page of the AIP. District SIP or AIP appraisal team leader signs in every page of the AIP. The pillars are indicated. Enabling mechanisms indicated. Matatag agenda indicated. So, kung wala po siya ito nga time, so amra po siyang i-consider. Tanawon na po naman siya. And then, so all indicators must be marked yes. And then we will forward it to the accounting section if it is complete. So this is also on the part of the accounting. So sa based lang sa among observation among ibutang. Okay. So that's for the appraisal sheet. And I think that's all for my presentation. If you have questions, so we can have it later during our open forum na lang so that mausa na lang nato siya tanan. Thank you and good afternoon to everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Daria. Thank you so much. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next topic, which is the other financial matters. And for this and with this, Please help me in welcoming the AO2 validator of the SDO, Ma'am Maria Jeanette Alia Coyos. Okay, ma'am.
All right. My due salute to our and respect to our schools division superintendent, Dr. Jeneline A. Aliman, CESO 6, to our two schools assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Jerry Bukingkito, CESI, and ASDS Raymond M. Salvador, CESO 6, to our CID chief, Dr. Magallanes, and to our SGOD chief, Dr. Gay Abduhan, to all our EBS and SEPs, with our public schools district supervisors who are with us in this platform this afternoon, to our dear school heads and school principals, my co-validators, senior bookkeepers, financial staff of the accounting division, and to all of us, a pleasant afternoon. In behalf of our division accountant, Ma'am Pichi Shane Karandang, who is in seminar in Zamboanga City right now, please allow me to discuss the revised guidelines on the release, use, monitoring, and reporting of school MOE per DepEd Order number 8, series of 2019. So to start, let us define first what is this MOE. Okay. Ayun. For a while, as to fix the presentation. Okay, saglit lang po ha. All right. I'm very sorry for that system glitch. System glitch. Okay, let's proceed now with our discussion. So let's first define what is MOE. So MOE means maintenance, and other All right, we are now back. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. We have some technical problems encountered here. I hope you all understand. Please bear with us. So now let's go back to our discussion of what is MOE. So MOE means maintenance and other operating expenses, which refer to an expenditure category or expense class for support to the operations of government agencies, such as expenses of supplies and materials, transportation and travel, utilities such as water, power, etc., and the repairs, etc. So ito yung ginagamit natin na fund for those expenses. Ito yung binibigay sa atin ng government to run through our daily operations in the government offices. So the following funds shall no longer be downloaded from the central office and are now part of the MOE budget. First, the financial assistance to support special curricular programs in science, sports, arts, and special education. So, yung SPED fund natin, integrated na sa ating MOE, as well as the Gulayan sa Paaralan, the DepEd Interconnectivity Program, and school-based management grants. So, what are the uses of school MOE? MOE, as per DepEd Order Number 8, Series of 2019, shall also be used for the following, among others, subject to availability of funds and prioritization of mandatory expense items, and must be in accordance with the existing budgeting, accounting, procurement, and auditing rules and regulations. So first, school MOE is used to fund activities as identified in the approved School Improvement Plan or SIP for implementation in the current year and as specifically determined in the annual implementation plan, which shall follow the calendar year format of the school. So I understood all of us here have already their approved School Improvement Plan kasi pang second year na natin next year. So ang ating MOE shall be used to fund those activities na i-outline natin for implementation for next year in our AIP. So second use of school MOE is to finance expenses pertaining to graduation rites, moving or closing ceremonies, and recognition activities. So self-explanatory, no? Doon natin gagamitin. Pwede natin gamitin ng MOE to finance those expenses. Next, school MOE is used to fund supplies, rental and minor repairs of tools and equipments, and other consumables for teachers and students deemed necessary in the conduct of classes and learning activities. Next, school MOE is also used to fund minor repairs. Again, we'll emphasize this minor repairs of facilities, building and grounds maintenance necessary for the upkeep of the school, as defined in DepEd Order Number 1, Series of 2017, entitled Guidelines on the National Inventory of DepEd Public School Buildings for School Year 2016-2017. Next, the school school MOE is also used to procure semi-expendable property items worth less than 15,000, including, later na ha, meron tayong, ano nito, i-emphasize natin ito 15,000. We'll proceed first. Including technical, vocational, livelihood, and science classes consumables, as provided in the government accounting manual issued by the Commission on Audit. So let's go back to the 15,000. So under Section 23 of the General Provisions of RA number 11 or 11639 or the fiscal year 2022 GAA provides that tangible items below 50,000 shall be accounted as semi-expendable property. The increase in the capitalization threshold was envisioned to lead to a more efficient utilization of funds in the procurement of goods. However, as stated in the President's veto message, the implementation of the provisions for the increase in the capitalization threshold from below 15,000 to below 50,000 shall be subject to the issuance by COA of appropriate accounting and auditing rules and regulations. Number two, pending the issuance from COA, the agencies or entities shall still apply the existing accounting and auditing rules and regulations. So, pwede na nating magamit si MOE para bumili ng semi-expendable property worth 50,000 and below. So, dati yung 15, but the new threshold now for semi-expendable equipment or property would be below 50,000. Okay? So next, MOE should not be used for the procurement of the following. Number one, school seats and teachers' tables and chairs except for school furnitures which are not procured or provided by the central, regional, or school division offices. So this may include laboratory and workshop furniture. So klaro dito no, kung saan hindi pwede gamitin ang MOE or hindi pwedeng bilhin na item using the school MOE fund. Next, MOE should not be used also for the procurement of textbooks. Klaro, kasi provided naman ito. And other supplementary learning resources or SLRs, which include publications, periodicals, and review materials. So another thing, meron kami na-observe nito, yung nagre-request ng big books. So hindi po pwede yun. Okay. Next, what is the procedure for the release of our MOE? First, the concerned Department of Budget and Management or DBM offices release the allotments directly to the implementing units through General Appropriations Act as allotment order or GAA-AO for budget items categorized as for comprehensive release or FCR. So ating accounting ay medyo may alam nito at yung mga ayos. So letter B, Special Allotment Release Order or SARO for budget items withheld for later release or FLR. So number 2, the cash allocations corresponding to the allotments released are issued by the DBM direct to the Modified Disbursement Scheme or MDS sub-accounts being maintained by IUs and SDOs. So yung ating MDS accounts nasa DBP. Next, the school MOE shall be valid for release and obligation for one fiscal year from January 1 to December 31. So kaya nga, hindi na uso yung forfeiture, no? Di ba nga, pag meron tayong hindi nakuha na MOE or month ng MOE, pwede po natin siyang balikan so long as ipa-priority muna natin yung current na quarter and then pag meron pang time, pwede natin siyang balikan. Hanggang pag meron pa talagang budget at kaya pa sa ating time, hanggang December 31. So how will it be implemented? So in the implementing units, they have the agency codes. Ano ba itong implementing units na to? Sila po yung may sariling books of accounts nila, kagaya ng MVTS, iilan lang tong mga schools na to, and usually they are secondary schools. They have agency codes and are authorized to open MDS sub-accounts in authorized government depository banks. In the non-implementing units like us, yung mga elementary schools, they are covered by the MDS sub-accounts of the schools division office. So next, in the implementing units, the cash allocations are directly issued by the DBM to the respective MDS sub-accounts. So direkta yung cash allocation sa kanila. While in the non-IUs, the school MOE allocations are received in the form of cash advance from the respective SDOs. In the implementing units, they have personnel who handle accounting, budgeting, and cashiering functions and are required to maintain sets of book of accounts. So ito yung kaibahan nila sa non-implementing. Kasi yung mga non-IUs do not have their own financial staff. Meron mang bookkeepers but usually clustered, especially sa elementary schools. Isang buong district talaga yung hawak ni senior bookkeeper, and usually yung iba naman disbursing officer lang. Okay. Next, the schools receiving 20,000 and below monthly may get their MOE quarterly. So na-practice na natin to last year or the previous year pa. Kapag yung na-program ninyo within the quarter, a maximum of 20,000 a month, a total of 60,000 maximum for 3 months, pwede yung kuhanin quarterly. So the non-IUs under this category shall be provided by respective SDO concerned through cash advance an equivalent of their 3 months requirements within the first week of every month or quarter, subject to availability of cash allocation. So kung meron ng budget for that particular quarter, pwede na kayong mag-request ng yung 3 buwan, provided liquidated din yung inyong previous cash advance. Okay. How about the reporting requirements? First, declare all sources of funding of the school, which include school MOE allocation, private donations, grants from the development partners, funding support from local government units and other government agencies, and funding support from local stakeholders. So saan natin to dinideclare? Diba? Dinideclare natin to sa ating AIP. Aside from school MOE as our source, we also have our other sources. So the report shall include details in quantity and description for donations received in kinds. So di ba nga ilalahad or i-layout natin lahat yan doon sa ating AIP, maging saan man yung sources galing. Number 2, outline the intended utilization. So ipoprogram natin kung saan-saan, anong particular month, gagamitin yung mga nabanggit na fund. Number 3, ensure that all procurement using the school funds conform to the provisions of RA or Republic Act number 9184. So yun po talaga yung ating Biblia, kumbaga guiding principle sa ating procurement processes sa ating government agency. So the school heads, the principals, the TIC shall post information on the sources, intended use, and actual utilization of school funds in the Transparency Board to be updated every 3 months. So yun, ito po yung gamit ng ating Transparency Board, not just for compliance purposes. Ina-update din po natin para ma-inform yung ating mga stakeholders. And this Transparency Board must be located doon sa accessible ng lahat. Hindi doon sa sulok na walang laman. Sa school na hindi makikita ni numan pag dumadaan. Okay. Number 5, present the sources and uses of school funds to the stakeholders using the school report card. So nabanggit na to during sa FMOM kung ano tong school report card. So this is in accordance with the DepEd Order 44 series of 2015. So this is how you will communicate with your stakeholders through your school report card, your accomplishments, and maybe can attract more donations from outside sources. Kasi hindi pwedeng school MOE lang lahat. Kawawa kayo pag yun lang. So next, every 5th of the following month, all SDOs are required to submit to the respective ROs or regional offices the report on monthly status of school MOE cash advances and utilization, including issues and challenges encountered. That is in the Annex 2 and 2-1. So we are required as validator, myself, we are required to update our monthly report on this status. Hindi lang yon dahil required ni Ma'am Accountant or ni Numan, but it is a mandatory report due to our regional offices. Because every 10th of the following month, all regional offices shall submit a consolidated report to the central office through the accounting division FS, the Annex 3 to 3-2. So, mismo si central office yung humihingi ng report. So, all your status, the status of your school MOE, utilization, cash advances are being monitored. Kami mismo ang nag-monitor noon at ipinapasa sa accounting office. So here we have the penalty clause. Any DepEd personnel who will violate any provision of this order or DepEd Order number 8 series of 2019 shall be dealt with administratively pursuant to DepEd Order 49 series of 2006, otherwise known as the revised rules of procedure of the Department of Education in administrative cases, without prejudice to other legal remedies available to the government. So the School Governance Council may prepare a report on any irregulatory or violations of these implementing guidelines and should be filed to the proper disciplinary authority pursuant to DepEd Order 49 series of 2019. So that would be all for the DepEd Order number 8 series of 2019. Now let's proceed to our important notes in the preparation of AIP, WFP. Wala na tayong WFP and SOB, ano? So, yung SOB and ating AIP will serve as one na naman ngayon, kaya pwede tayong magpa-approve ng madami. So first, ito yung important notes, I believe, na nasabi na ni Ma'am Shane sa previews na mga orientation on AIP preparation, and this will also will just serve as a reminder or reiteration for those important notes. First, estimated amounts reflected in the SOB or now in our AIP should not be overpriced. Since overpricing is disallowable by COA, kaya very mainit kami sa overprice. Kindly refer to COA Circular number 2012-003 for an example of a case of overpricing. So please remember that reference. Pwede kayong basahin niyo yan. Marami dyan ng mga disallowable para maiwasan po natin to. So under Annex D, there are cases that are these are the cases that are considered excessive expenditures of government funds. And number one of that is overpricing of purchases. When we say overpricing of purchases, it is characterized by grossly exaggerated or inflated quotations in excess of the current and prevailing market price by a 10% variance from the purchased items. So di ba nga each locality meron na tayong na-canvas na yung mga common use supplies or other materials na yung common na nilalagay natin sa ating AIP or nire-request natin sa using our school MOE. With that, yung ating threshold, I hope na intindihan ng lahat paano gamitin yon. It doesn't mean na yun ang ating ilalagay na price. Kasi when we say threshold, meaning maximum yon. So hindi pwede na kapag, di ba, nag-estimate lang tayo sa ating AIP, na kapag kinuha na natin yung ating tawag nito, yung PR price natin, kasi 'di ba nga yung na cash advance natin, net po kasi yon. So we are working back on the percentage na kinuha. Kaya meron tayong nangyayaring divided by 0.95 for the PR price. And then yung PR price po natin, hindi po siya dapat lumagpas sa threshold price. And I hope maintindihan natin yon. And for further inquiry with that, pwede po kayong mag-refer sa mga bookkeepers ninyo para maintindihan nyo po how it works na hindi kayo ma-overprice. Kasi that is the number one cause kung bakit kung nag-go-compliance yung mga AIP po ninyo. Number 2, estimated amounts of the same item or item should also not differ, especially if this will be procured on the same month or quarter. Let us say, meron po kayong project na merong bond paper for January and meron din sa February. Aside from putting specification, of course, kailangan talaga yon. I-remind ko talaga kayo, no, very important. Maglagay po kayo ng specifications sa mga items na gusto nyo i-procure. Because that will determine first kung ano yung pagbabasihan namin na threshold price. And number 2, of course, para din sa supplier ninyo na yun, malaman nila na yun yung gusto nyong quality ng item. Hindi lang yung basta-basta bond paper. Kung pagbigyan kayo nung onion skin, okay lang ba sa inyo yun? Diba? So dapat yun yung kahalagahan ng specification. So kung maglagay kayo ng specification ni bond paper long, substance 20 or 70 GSM, mga ganon. So kung anong price ng tawag nito, yung activity na paggagamitan nyo for January, at the same time, meron din kayong gagamitan na activity for February, huwag naman ninyong i-differ yung prices nila. Dapat parehas yon. Kasi di ba nga, nire-request natin sila magkasama si January at February. At malamang sa alamang, yun talaga yung tawag nito, i-join nyo sila sa pag-procure. Kumbaga, usahon o palit. So what will be now your basis if you have different price? So dapat so I hope nakuha to kung bakit importante 'yon kasi isa din 'yon sa nagiging cost of compliance ng inyong mga AIP. So yung items of the same specifications should also bear the same price. Okay. Next, when planning for a monthly expenditure, particularly on utilities and general services, fund allocation for such is advised to be programmed on a month after its services rendered or items delivered. For example, electricity for January will be programmed on AIP for the month of February, and so on. So for December utilities, i-emphasize ko to, especially coming na yung December, our COA team agreed to program such on the month of January. Thus, December bills will be allocated and paid on January of the next preceding year. So such planning scheme will help in the on-time submission of your liquidation reports. Hindi na yung magiging dahilan na wala pa kaming bills, hindi pa pwedeng magbayad. So talagang hintayin matapos yung buwan. Wala na, deadline na. So yun. Dati, ito yung nagiging cause of hindi na makuha yung susunod na buwan kasi nga hindi na liquidate on time, especially meron tayong cut off quarterly. So I hope makakatulong po itong planning scheme na to, no? Kasi this will fast track your liquidation. Hindi na kailangan maghintay ng mga bills of the current month na inyong nire-request. So, ulitin ko lang yung ating December utilities, water, electric, job orders, pwede po yung bayaran natin sa January. Then si January, ipoprogram natin sa February, si February sa March, and so on and so forth. So, basically, meron pa rin kayong budget na i-allocate from January to December. Ano lang yung ano lang, specification kumbaga. Yung sa electricity, instead of January, ang ilagay nyo, your electric consumption for the month of December. Things and equipments. Am I still here? Okay pa ba tayo? Medyo merong tawag nito, brownout ka, saglit. Okay lang. But okay na, na-recover na. in the preparation of your AIP. Only minor repairs of buildings, equipments, and other assets are allowed to be charged from school MOE. So this was already discussed by Ma'am Daria kanina. 25% pa rin ang allocated. 25% of our MOE is allocated or will be allocated for minor repairs of buildings, equipments, and other assets. Okay. To differentiate major repair from minor repair. So major repair usually involves large and material amount of expenditures that letter A, it results in an effective increase in the future economic benefits or service potential that is expected to be derived from using the asset, and the increase in the future economic benefits or service potential will be realized. So ito yung magiging tawag nito. Kung maggagawa tayo ng major repair, ito yung magiging resulta niya. Meron siyang effective increase in the future economic benefits or potential na madederive galing sa asset na yon na ni-repair ninyo. And letter B, there has been an effective increase in the quality of the services provided by the asset beyond that previously determined. So kung meron na naman kaibahan, malaking impact. So considered major na naman yon. Next, letter C, there has been an effective extension to the asset's useful life as a result of the expenditure. So, dahil nga sa major repair, ito yung mangyayari, hindi siya pwedeng tawag nito, pwedeng paggagamitan or mabibilang sa MOE kasi nga major yon. Kung meron siyang, may extend yung asset or asset's useful life. Okay? It is capitalized as a part of the cost of the asset and depreciated over time. So, yun ang effect ng major repair. So, minor repairs entails minimal cost. So, minimal lang. Kaya nga yung budget natin is maliit lang din. And are necessary to obtain the expected service potential of a capital asset for its estimated useful life. So, para lang talaga magamit siya sa kanyang expected life, kaya siya ipapa-repair. So, okay lang yung minor repair. So, this includes repairs to restore assets to the condition just prior to the event and routine maintenance and expenditures such as repainting, cleaning, and replacing minor parts. So, yun yung pwedeng minor repairs sa ating MOE. And for practical purposes and as customary, maximum of 25% of the total annual MOE is only allowed to be allocated for minor repairs. So, wala naman tayong changes siguro doon. So, next, for the procurement of television set, it is allowed for those schools who are not provided with by the LGU province. So, merong napamigay last year. So, hopefully, hindi na tayo bibili kung nabigyan na tayo. Para magamit pa natin yung ating school MOE funds sa mas importanteng activity or project. Next, training expenses are allowed to be allocated provided the condition of the community. So okay naman na ngayon, no? Kasi this was draft during yung pandemic pa. But ngayon, okay na tayong magkaroon ng training expenses. Of course, i-prepare nyo lang po yung necessary attachments such as yung budgetary activity proposal, mga budgetary requirements, mga ganong bagay. Next, the traveling expenses for official travel of teachers and other school personnel who have employee relationship with DepEd are allowed to be charged against school MOE. So pwede naman talaga mag-charge ng mga MOE, especially kung yung mga memorandized MOE and mga regular travels ng school heads or ating non-teaching personnel. Meron din tayong mga nakamemo na yung for AO and then for bookkeepers na meron monthly meeting. So, pwede natin yung i-charge sa MOE. And please, wag lang ilagay na by person. Please, pwede din natin lagyan ng ano yung purpose ng travel. Like, to procure common use supplies at PSDBM. So, yon. And for more information on items that are disallowable by COA, kindly read COA Circular number 2012-003. So kung gusto niyo talagang malaman kung isa-isahin, hindi tayo matatapos kung ngayon natin i-discuss yan. So paki-download na lang and refer to that COA Circular. And lastly, doon naman sa ating appraisal sheet para hindi pabalik-balik yung MOE, I would just like to emphasize yung kaninang nasabi na ni Ma'am Daria, yung sa accounting ng mga indicators. Can I have the ma'am, yung template? Saglit. Saglit lang po ha. Well, say papakita namin yung ating template for the appraisal sa accounting part, like nitong proper distribution of MOE allocation. So this is very crucial kasi i-verify nyo po muna bago yung na-submit na final MDP ng inyong school. Kasi meron talaga ako na-check before na hindi nag-coincide yung kanyang monthly sa talagang MDP. And maybe we could request our senior bookkeepers to verify your monthly disbursement program kung talaga yung kung ano yung napasa niyo na for MDP niyo next year, ayun talaga yun. Para hindi maging cause ng compliance. Okay. Next, di ba nga nasabi kanina ni Ma'am Daria na kapag 2 months din yung EIP na ipe-prepare. Dito din yung mabibilong yung proper distribution. Like, dapat hindi siya isang quarter. Meron kasi nagpo-program na iba, 3 months agad. Per downloading yung ating pag-prepare ng AIP. Like kung January, February, yun muna, and then separate yung March. Especially kung yung budget nyo or budget allocation nyo exceeds 20,000 monthly. Kung eligible naman for 1 quarter or a total of 60, when you say maximum of 20 per month, hindi talaga lalagpas ng 20 per month. Karoon din kayong instance na 20, tapos 19, 21. A total of 60 pero merong lumagpas ng 21. So hindi po pwede yon. Ikakat pa rin yon. 2 months pa rin yung pwede i-download sa kanya pag ganun yung program. Okay? So next, the total financial target reflects the total regular MOE allocation with other funds in separate columns. So meron din tong, this was the last 2 columns in the AIP template, no, kung saan naka-indicate yung sources ng ating fund for that particular activity. So ilalagay po natin doon yung amount. Next, under kung saan siya pwede, no? Like kung MOE siya, yung kanyang funding source, so under MOE yung amount, and then kung other source, specify din natin kung ano yung source ng fund. Eligible activities or items indicated in the AIP for regular MOE funds. So dito, we're particular with the specification of items na nabanggit ko na nga kanina. So dapat consistent siya from project to project. Hindi yung magkaiba yung tawag nito, yung specification, yung magkatulad ng specification or kung wala talagang specification tapos magdi-differ na din sa price. Next, item or items to be procured are relevant to the objective and or specific activity of the program. So please, iklaro lang siguro yung mga title kasi meron kami na-observe dun sa PPMP, yung mga abbreviations na hindi namin maintindihan kung ano ba talaga yung ibig sabihin na activity na yon. So okay naman na may abbreviation, but please, i-clarify nyo lang or siguro in words din kung ano talaga yung purpose ng project or objective ng project na yon. Next, uniformity in the unit of issue per item is observed. So, iklaro nyo lang din to kasi pwede din to maging basihan ng pagka-compliance yung papel. Next, no reference to brand names as nasabi na ni Ma'am Daria kanina under RA 9184. So, bawal po yon unless kung may specific siyang paggagamitan like nung ink, pwede yon. But kung bibili ka ng printer, hindi po pwede na maglagay ka ng brand. Just the specification. Okay? Next, activities and items in the PPMP coincide with AIP. Of course, not just the activities and items, but of course, the budget. Yun ang importante, magkapareha sila, mag-coincide silang dalawa. And subtotal per month is reflective in the AIP. So we check also the yung total sa PPMP, no? So dapat meron yung subtotal, meron naman sa template nakalagay. Okay? And for printing of your final output, please make sure lang po na readable yung items. Kasi that will serve as your SOB. So, paano namin siya i-check in time na mag-liquidate kayo kung hindi namin mababasang maigi. So, yun yung most kanang observations namin na nagiging cost, naging compliance yung AIP ninyo. So, I hope with that, mapa-fast track na yung pagpapa-approve ng inyong AIP. So, i-ano ko lang din to, yung NLC, natanong ko na kay Sir Lito last time, magiging part pa din po siya ng next year daw na budgeting. Okay? So, I guess that would be all for the financial matters. And, Ma'am Dar, or Sir Ark, I will turn over the floor to you now for the next part.
Wait, gusto ka ni Pagpuan.
I close the book. Close the, I think, hindi ko rin sure.
Okay pa siya. Okay na ni.
I guess okay naman, sir. Step sharing.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Jeanette, for sharing your expertise and knowledge with regards to the financial matters. And now let's move on to the next. Without further ado, let's move on to the most exciting part, the most awaited part, which is the open forum. Alam na alam ko at ramdam na ramdam ko na may mga tanong kayo. So it's time for you to ask questions and type nyo lang sa chat box natin. Okay? And this moment, I give you back our Senior Education Program Specialist, Ma'am Daria, for the open forum. Okay. Balik na po.
All right, I'm back. So can we now have our open forum? And if you have questions, please do not hesitate to type your concern in our chat box. Sige, let me go back to the mga comments na lang sa chat, no? Mag-back read na lang ako. Sige. Baka na ay mga questions along the way when we discussed earlier. Okay. Sige lang ha. Let me check on the questions. Baka naara siya. Sige, let me go over with the chat box. Okay. Usually, okay na. Here's a comment from Sir Renante Valle. The process and then flow is good pero perting langaya kaayo nga proseso. We do understand your concern but let us also remember nga we do have how many schools that we check, around 800 schools that we have to check. And yes, langay gyud siya, malangay gyud siya, especially that check it one by one, isa-isa siya o check gyud siya. So please bear with us. Mao nang para dili na pud nato unta siya ma-experience. So we would like to request our at the end of the sa school and sa district to really double check on it. Okay. Here's a question from Sir Bayani Tabayag. I believe Sir Bayani is the district in charge right. Ma'am, in our case, monthly po ang downloading sa budget. What template we will use?
Yung good for 2 months.
The good for 2
2 months and
months po siya. Tapos 1 month lang po yung i-accomplish, sir. Yung may template kasi na good for 2 months. But dun lang sa isa lang ka month ang fill-in nan.
Say for example, January and February, some template, and March, another template.
Yes. Okay, so that's according to Ma'am Janet. Kung for example, January and February, isa lang man siya. So sa March lang po niya area. Yes, okay lang. Okay. Let's have here. Okay. Good afternoon. In preparing the AIP by request, period of downloading. By request for downloading. Okay. Naana ba daw new threshold, Ma'am Janet? Would like to request Ma'am Janet to join here. Sige, magkuha ta og chair for a while. I-off sa nako akong camera para makita ang kagwapa ni Ma'am Janet. Okay, daghan kayo question regarding
Uy, sumakaya lang.
basta financial, good na.
I-open din dapat
Ano lang, okay na.
Okay, sige, nanas ni Ma'am Janet. Okay.
Ayun.
So, new threshold daw, ma'am. There's a question.
Actually, prior sa, yun na nga, onset nito, virtual orientation, I've asked Ma'am Shane, but unfortunately, hindi siya nakapagbili ng kung ano man regarding sa new threshold. So I believe status quo, kung ano yung meron tayong existing threshold, so we're going to use that until further notice na lang siguro.
Okay, thank you. And then how about utility or janitor expenses for December? Is it necessary nga maghulat Jud MIG 31 para ma-disburse ang payment?
Ayun na nga po yung nasabi ko kanina na hopefully yung December nyo, doon na lang sa January nyo i-program or bayaran. Kasi as per COA talaga guidelines on that matter, dapat services rendered po muna talaga bago tayong mag-disburse ng money or mag-issue ng check doon sa ating mga utilities. Kasi magiging findings po yun. As per Ma'am Shane din. That was during the time ni Ma'am Isis or our former COA auditor na na-emphasize yung bagay na yan. Services should be rendered first bago po natin bayaran.
Okay, so klaro, no? Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. This is from Ma'am Jean S. Ratilla. Included ba ang other source of funds like from LGU, PTA? Yes, that is, we have, diba, in the AIP, if you take a look at the template, may MOOE na column and my other funding source. Okay. Next one. From Vivian Alcorin. Good afternoon po, ma'am. My question is for Ma'am Validator. In procurement, pwede po ba na iisang procurement transaction lang ang school and office supplies and ICT equipment, or needed po bang i-separate ang procurement ng ICT equipment from supplies, from office supplies?
Well, for me, kung yung target nyo na pagbilhan is kaya naman po i-cater both yung supplies and ICT equipment, why not? Meron din mo naman tayong general merchandise na mga suppliers who can provide that with yung mga gusto nyong bilhin. So okay lang for me. Yung isi-separate po talaga natin is yung repair kasi iba po yung mode of procurement po nun.
Yes, kasi meron naman, we do have enterprises, we do have firms who can offer both ICT equipment and office supplies.
Yes.
Okay. Next one from Sir Ryan. Ma'am, ask ko lang about repair and maintenance. Pwede ba siya hindi aabot ng 25%?
Sure. Yes po. Maximum po yung 25%.
Basta hindi lalagpas.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ma'am Daria from Sir Raim Panal. Is realignment still be applicable next year? And meron na bang bagong price threshold sa nasusundin for the crafting of AIP? For the realignment, we do not allow, we highly discourage unless it is really justifiable. Mo to ingon ni Ma'am Gay. So kaya we have to plan. We have to carefully plan what will be our activities. Anyway, we will be having mid-year enhancement, Manggod. Kasi in the preparation of our AIP, in the same way in our SDO, we prepared for the entire year, but we do mid-year review to assess as to whether nakonduct na ba lahat ng activities, and then what will be our catch-up plan. Okay. How about threshold? This is already answered.
Already answered.
Okay.
Waiting for the feedback of our.
Okay. Okay. Kindly share the slide of Ma'am Daria on procedure. Yes, definitely. I will be sharing that later. Okay, next one. From Sustenis Arana.
Yung price threshold.
Okay, price threshold pa rin. Okay. From Sir Randy Butch. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. For procurement of TV, if we will be given by the province 1 TV, but we need 5, are we allowed to procure 4 TVs?
Siguro, ma-justify na lang kasi isa lang. And they need more.
Yeah,
So,
justifiable
maybe case to case.
Mm-mm.
In that matter kasi malaking school siguro or yun.
Yes, kasi Sir Randy is in
Secondary school.
Tigbaw?
Yeah.
Okay, Okay. Sige.
Yung threshold
Okay.
natin.
Thank you so much. You're welcome, Sir Bayan. Can we have soft copy of the threshold? From Ma'am Ivoni Balarote.
I guess you can ask that with your sa ano nyo, senior bookkeepers or kuan kasi by locality po, Ma'am Yvonne. So depende, di mataling I guess. You can approach Sir Allen also with that.
Okay. From Ma'am Irish, in preparing for 2024 AIP, same lang po ba ginawa namin last July to December that focus lang sa MOE budget allocation or we include the budget from other funds? I believe we do not limit it onto the MOE lang. We have to include, kasi pag AIP man good siya, that is not only limited to MOE, but that includes other funds. Like for example, if you have SEF, from your LGU support. So you have makita man gyapon siya, like for example if mo exceed ba na siya, ma'am?
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mache-check naman
But,
natin sa MDP
yeah,
kung ano lang yung para sa MOE. But 2%.
Yes, kasi makita man siya doon sa funding source. So kung ano, i-deduct na lang namo siya, i-deduct na lang nila sa accounting. So makita lagi siya.
Mathematics.
Yes, Mayo Miss accounting. Math. Okay.
Lagi.
What is the project amount for repairs to be considered minor or major repair? That's from Sir John Ray Saluso.
Before we previously kanang allocate lang 10,000 per minor repair, no? But I don't know if kanang mayroon changes dun sa bagay na yun. So far, yun lang alam ko. Na 10,000 minor repairs lang. And then yun na nga, yung nabanggit ko kanina, hindi siya yung, kasi nga minimal cost lang yung kailangan for minor repairs.
Okay. Thank you. And from Sir Jonas Torres, good afternoon, ma'am. With regards to the threshold, is it observed that the prices is very low compared to the prevailing market price in our area? How could this be reconciled?
With your problem, sir, I believe nag-canvas kami or meron dinesignate si Ma'am Shay na financial staff to do the canvassing in your locality. Plus, meron pa po yung variance na inad, 10% I guess. Pagkatapos ng na-consolidate yung canvassing from at least three suppliers. So, hindi namin alam kung bakit ganyan. Iba-iba kasi per locality. So, kung talagang may canvassing na nangyayari, hindi siguro ganun kababa. Tingnan lang.
Okay, so from Sir Norman, about the liquidation sa pag-inspect sa supplies with TWG, one of the costs siya nagkadugay or liquidation kay conflict nga schedule, mga unavailability. Is there any update about this?
As to DWG, wala. It's informed po already of the requirement no na kailangan ma-inspect po talaga siya. So I guess proper planning pa rin po sa procurement and coordination with your TWG para ma-schedule po agad yung pag-checking ng liquidation or ng procurements po ninyo.
Okay. From Midsalip, Tuluan Elementary School, 25% for the repair, 5% for GAD. Are there any percentage of the MOE budget to be considered aside from the two mentioned?
Yun lang din ang alam ko, meron certain percentage. And the rest, it's up to you. Parang ganun. Kayo na magplano.
Okay, from Vivian Alcorin. Okay na, thank you. You're welcome, ma'am. From Sir Julius, pwede po ba malaman ilang percentage ng total MOE ang pwede naming i-allocate sa bawat account?
Wala naman siyang certain for every activity, ano. So yun lang yung repair na meron tayong ceiling kung baga para sa allocation para din ma-allocatean yung ibang activities natin. Yun lang ang alam ko, meron tayong certain percentage.
Okay. Allowed po ba ang computer laptop?
Computer laptop? Pwede naman. Kasi meron na tayong increase ng ating semi-expendable item up to below 50,000.
So, dito siya kasi more than that.
Yes, hindi pwede.
Okay. Ma'am, ang bitay nga June, pwede ba mabayad nato sa November na watchman?
For me, as since lumagpas na siya, pwede natin siya i-charge sa November. Ang problem ngayon, kung bitay manggutunin mo siya, ma'am, what if mabalikan mo si June, ano yung ilalagay mo na attachment for your liquidation on that matter?
Okay.
Yun lang.
Okay.
Pag-isipan niyo po.
Sige. From Sir David Abad. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can we budget for job orders and utilities in January for 2 months for December and January?
I advise no. Monthly pa rin po. It's just yung budgeting is the same monthly. Ang iano lang natin iibahin is yung charging. Kumbaga yung gagamitin na supporting documents, for example, yung January nyo, yung December ang gagamitin natin, yung February nyo, yung January ang gagamitin. Para hindi na po, or para maiwasan po yung pagkakadelay, because we need to finish the entire month bago tayo makapagbayad. So, isa na yun sa cause of delay. So, in order to fast track your liquidation, ganun po yung suggestion po namin.
Okay. From Judith Candelanza, is it allowable i-appeal sa AIP ang Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi, pwede naman.
Internet connectivity?
It's a must na ngayon.
Oh.
Di ba? Kailangan meron. So long as meron po kayong suppliers na makukuha, especially yung tawag nito, yung parang katulad ng PLDT, ganon. Kailangan kasi yung tawag na supporting documents po. I-consider nyo kung
Okay.
meron kayo.
From Sir Gregorio Cedulio, the second. Good afternoon. If there are items that are not included in the local threshold, can we still buy items such as microscope for science lab, nail care materials for TVL? How do we set the price if it is not in the local threshold po?
Hi, Greggy. Galing accounting yan. Alam mo na yan. Paano? Usually, pag wala sa threshold, nag-google lang po kami. Para talaga meron kaming basis sa price. And then, tawag nito, magma-mark up kami ng konti. Plus, considering the delivery charges, ganun. Hindi naman. Kasi especially, kailangan niyo yan sa inyo.
Okay. From Ma'am Janisa Ducor. Good afternoon, ma'am and sir. Pwede po ba ma-ask if travel expenses for our students who will be on immersion is allowed in MOOE this time?
Meron yata yung tawag to, MOA, parang ganun. So, mayroong iba na nakapag-charge. So, I believe pwede yan.
Okay. Basta nasa MOA.
Travel expense lang. Wala yung mga per dime, ganun.
Okay. From Ma'am Marife Alcopra. What if, ma'am, same description but different price? Iuban ba sila, ma'am, or lahi-lahi sila?
Same description, different price. Bakit naman magkaibang price? Same description. Dapat parehas po talaga yun.
Parang it's impossible to have the same description but it's different price.
Kaya, oo. Kung ano siya, ma'am, tawag nito, kung maglisod yung reconcile, ibahin niyo na lang yung description para ma-justify yung pagkaka-differ ng price. Kasi if the same item, the same description, well, the same price po talaga dapat.
Okay, like for example, if you will have bond paper substance 20 A4, so it's impossible that one will have 245, the other is
250.
50 or 300.
Oh, yeah.
Para kasi may
Yes.
basis naman tayo for
Yes,
the market price, diba?
Yes.
How much percentage from annual MOE amount allocated for GAD? I think this is already answered.
Yes.
5%. That's question from Sir Christopher Bolando.
Mm.
From Josephine Magdadaro. Good afternoon po. With regards to 25% allocation for minor repair, how much po ang budget per project sa repair?
Depende na po siguro yon. Kasi kung minor lang naman talaga and it exceeds to complete the project, so kung konting exceed lang, why not? Pwede naman
Okay lang
siguro.
po ba if more than 10K?
Yeah. Wala na akong as per sa engineering, mag-approve naman yata sila.
Okay, they will check.
Na meron. Refer nyo na lang po sa engineer kung okay lang.
From Cherry May Villanueva. My question po, all the AIP pages must bear the signature of the school head and the PSDSS. Okay, before signature man sa district appraisal team leader. It must bear the signature of the school head, who is the school planning team leader, and the PSDS, who is the district appraisal team leader. Naaman siya dito sa appraisal sheets. Okay. That's common nga na uli pod siya sa uban nga daghan siya.
So not necessarily the whole appraisal team.
Not the team, the entire
Yeah.
team. But the school head lang kayo. Samot madugay ang pagpirma kung tanan. Dahil wala pa jud ang uban.
Pangitaon pa.
Okay. Sa kuan lang katong sa AIP. Pero naamatay separate page, diba, that they will all sign.
Yes.
Okay. From namer dili clear, so mas maganda if ano to? I cannot
Ma'am Yvonne, regarding yun sa kanina yung threshold. Naka-PDF, Ma'am Yvonne. Meron niyang PDF file.
Okay.
Sendan kita maya.
Okay, Sir Eduardo
Okay.
Lumantas, this is already answered.
Yes.
Guide 5%. Sir Julius, when po ba ang deadline sa submission ng liquidation kapag quarter ang na-download?
Well, yun ang kagandahan pag quarter. Kasi you do not have to, tawag nito, apas. Di ka mo mag-apas sa quarter na cut off because quarter na nga yung na-download. Of course, para hindi kayo ma-charge ng mga demand letters and everything, 30 days pa din from the downloading of your cash advance. Advice talaga na i-liquidate nyo na po.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
From Gina Kapangpangan, can we purchase monoblock chairs from MOE?
Allowed siya po pero minimal ano lang, hindi madaming madami. Yung like 5 pieces pwede for purpose ng ICT room nyo, ganun.
Okay. From ma'am ni siya, sir. Sustenis Avanya.
Sir, right?
Sir, I think. Pwede ba ang 1-unit computer for our ICT?
Magkano ba yun? I'm not so sure for the ano.
Bas-
Basta alam ko, hindi siya lalagpas dun sa 50,000.
Okay. From Ma'am Joy Pono. Good afternoon, ma'am. We just would like to ask on the preparation of AIP. Are we going to make a separate plan on a certain month having higher budget? For instance, month of April is 20, May 20K, and June is 17K. What's this? 175.
Masyadong malaki.
Are we going to make a separate AIP template?
Yes po. Kasi as sa nasabi ko na kanina, you will be granted quarterly lang pag hindi po lalagpas ng 20K per month. Since yung nasabi mo, yung June is 175, so napakalaki. So yung April and May lang po yung pagsamahin and then separate po yung June, 175K.
Okay, this one. From Ma'am Leia Ramirez. Hello, Ma'am Leia. Good afternoon. Allowed po ba mag-procure personal computers for the learners?
PC or yung desktop.
Desktop.
For me, pag sa school naman gagamitin and then yung di siya lalagpas dun sa semi-expendable na threshold po natin, why not?
Okay. This one from Sir Roger Samonte.
Mm-mm.
Pwede ba ang January and February ang request? Dayon ang second request, April and May.
No.
Dayon ang third request, March and July.
Hindi
Kaya
po.
ang MDP wala na encode sa bookkeeper.
Oh.
So na default amount siya nga tag 26
So yun na nga. Sir, yung downloading po natin is quarterly. So hindi siya pwede yung yung preparation nyo na lang po is ganon, January, February, and March. Magdedepende na po yung pag-request ng butal-butal na quarter kung naipag-iwanan nyo yung mga month na yun. Pwede yung pagsamahin. Pero hiwa-hiwalayan niyo po yung AIP na. Hindi po siya pwedeng pagsamahin. Parang pino-foresee niyo na talaga na hindi niyo makukuha yan mga month na yan.
Okay.
Oo.
Sige. This is from Marian Erica Asuncion. Ask po kami ng soft copy ng presentation. Yes po, we'll send it later. Okay, from Sir Quirino Avila. Based on experience and labor for repair, are we allowed to open the date of implementation dahil di namin matsansa ang date availability of funds in the bank?
Hindi siya pwede, sir. For me, because date of implementation, meron po kayo, nag-charge po kayo ng labor, magagawa kayo ng job order para doon. So, yun. Siguro, close monitoring na lang para magkaroon kayo ng exact date kung kailan ni talaga siya i-implement.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
From Cyril Orsunal. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ang minor repair sa tools and equipment, ma'am. Pwede ba repair of printer, ma'am?
Siguro. Hindi pa ako naka-experience na meron talaga nung meron po tayong checklist on how to tawag nito request for that repair. Pwede po kayo mag-refer sa inyong bookkeeper, ma'am, for further instruction dyan.
Okay. From Sir Ryan J. Madamba of Supon National High School, are we allowed to purchase school band instruments like bass, a bass drum, and triple drum?
Yeah. So, okay, may na-experience ako na okay naman.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Di naman na-disallow.
Hindi hindi pa siguro po.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. From Ma'am Marife Alcopra, are we, ma'am, allowed ba magbutang og labor, ma'am, sa repair?
Yes, ma'am. As per last meeting namin with engineer last Friday, pwede naman siya. Basta hindi lang po siya mag-exceed ng 40% sa bill of materials. So, i-determine niyo po muna kung gaano kalaki yung bill of materials na kakailanganin ninyo. Tapos, magko-compute kayo ng hindi lalagpas doon yung labor na pwede nyo ma-charge sa MOE. Tapos, anong need? Just like sa utilities po, kailangan nyo po magpa-approve ng job order para dun sa labor. Tapos, the same supporting documents din sa mga watchman pag i-liquidate nyo na po.
Okay. Another question from Sir Julius. Pwede po ba bumili ng office tables and chairs from MOOE sa mga non-teaching personnel na na-assign sa school?
Yun. Kung hanapan nyo pa ng tawag nito, other source, so yun. Pero pag hindi na talaga, hindi na sa pagkakaintindi ko sa uses of MOE, yun lang naman pinagbawal yung seats, teacher's table and chairs. For na teaching, hindi nasabi eh. So baka pwede.
Okay. From Ma'am Jizel May Godinez. Pag sa AIP, allocated amount for travel is 4,500, but in actual po is 4,550. Need po ba mag-justify sa liquidation?
Based on experience nyo, lumagpas po kayo sa intended budget ng yung activity. So mayroon pong ibang activity na tawag nito, naapektuhan. Ibig sabihin nabawasan yung budget para doon. So siguro may okay lang, justification lang yung hiningi. Dati kasi kailangan talaga realignment. So if I were you, i-shoot niyo na lang talaga. Budgetin yung maigi, ganon.
Okay. From Ma'am Aldrina. We would like to clarify if we still have to submit AIP 2024 by quarter, considering that the MOOE of Molave Vocational Technical School is downloaded through GAA.
Ayos po kasi si
Kasi
MBTS.
ayos.
Di ba? Usually mga ayos, di sila nagsasubmit
Oo.
po ng AIP. They are to, di ba? They are to submit.
Subject for approval man siya kasi lahat.
Oo.
But we will be asking later with that through Sir Jerry or ano.
Siguro.
Oo,
Ano na lang.
kasi for us to be clarified kasi yun na nga ayos manggod siya. So we will ask first ha. Park lang muna natin yung question Ma'am Aldrina and then we will answer that later. Just feel free to message me para matubag na mo po.
Kaya basta makalimutan.
Okay, basta malimutan na mo sa kadaghan. Okay. From Ma'am Joanne May Buen Camino. Can we include labor? This is already answered na. Okay. From April Aini Celio. In preparation of AIP po, I don't know if na-discuss ba kanina po, programs or activity po ba should be reflected sa lahat ng AIP per month or hindi na po need ilagay if hindi applicable for the certain month. If it's not applicable, do not include po. Yun lang po kasi taas na po kayo ito ang parehan sa pilar. Maskin walay pillar 1 for that certain period, ibutang na to, tas na kay blanco.
Pwede yung bagaas papel.
Yes. Kato lang yun na lang applicable.
Applicable.
We will check on that man po. So, pwede ba? Okay. From Ma'am Lizelle Sumini. For clarification lang, katong MDP na amo gisubmit na maon na to siya amo i-follow sa budgeting or need me mag-submit new MDP?
As of now, murag mao na gito ma'am. Kay I believe October pa yata na-submit na siya sa DBM. So dili na siya dapat karon. Ready na to. Much better inyong tawag nito ipa-verified dan sa in charge sa accounting kung yung MDP yun na talaga yun para din mag-usap-usap.
Okay. Sige. From Michelle Guntalili. Is the installation fee of internet connection allowed in MOOE?
What installation fee? Di ba kasama na yun?
Pag magpatao?
Oo, kasama na yun.
Okay. From CJ Almadin with PM po, if allowed po to purchase laptop in school po, how much is the maximum budget for this?
So, siguro hindi naman kayo bibili ng 10, pa-isa-isa na. Kasi ang tinutukoy niya ay how much kabuuan. So wala po tayong na-set na kung how much, pero of course, you have to consider other activities.
Yes.
Especially, malaking budget yung kailangan dyan. So, isa-isa lang siguro kung need nyo talaga.
Yes, because we have to remember that there are activities that need to be prioritized.
Yes.
As mentioned by Sir Jerry.
Yes.
Then, good PM again from Evony Balarote. The 25% for repair and maintenance, pwede ba raba ground improvement sa school lang?
What particular ground improvement? Yung, di ko mag-gets kung ano yung ground improvement na sinasabi. Landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
Siguro priority nila yung kailangan talaga. Kasi like dito sa supplemental AIP, yung kailangan para sa school operation nyo, kung mga beautification lang, pag-isipan na muna natin kasi baka meron pang mas kailangan i-prioritize po.
Okay. From Sir James Magdadevil, how much po ang cost of labor from 25% repair?
Depende po per project, sa nasabi ko na kanina. 40% sa bill of materials of that particular project na propose nyo, yun po yung basis. Hindi po lalagpas daw, maximum po yun.
Okay. From Sir Roger Samonte, pwede ba among October to December 20K monthly, pwede ba idungan og request sa among supplemental AIP?
Sorry,
Nga
hindi
50K.
pwede. Yung supplemental AIP natin is not considered another month. So, additional po siya doon sa inyong na program na 20K sa October and November. So, maseseparate po talaga sa December.
Okay. From Ma'am Isabelita, our budget for month of June is more than 20K. So ang akong i-prepare ng AIP, April and May lang po. If ever per request po ang AIP po, then June AIP will be separated po.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay.
Correct po yun, ma'am.
From Sir Quirino Avila, sa job order po ito, pwede ba open date and date of actual implementation?
No, sir. Kasi it's a contract, ang job order po natin. So, dapat nakaspecify talaga kung ano yung date.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
From Ma'am Judith Candelanza, unsa requirement ma'am nga among i-submit secure kung mag-liquidate sa internet connectivity?
Refer na lang sa inyong bookkeeper, ma'am. Meron po tayong checklists dyan.
Okay. From Nicole Templa, if ever there are excess funds po such as sa electricity na dili magamit and full allocated amount, can we procure additional items that are not in the AIP?
No. No, of course, di po tayo pwedeng bumili ng wala sa AIP. Dati, na-allowed yun using realignment. Yun na nga, as much as possible, dinidiscourage na po yun. So, dapat pagplanuhin maigi yung inyong budgeting. Ang alam ko lang na pwedeng paggamitan ng mga surplus nyo is dun sa school supplies.
Okay.
Na meron din, na nandun din sa AIP.
So dapat, but anyway, you have, like what I've said, you have enhancement in the media.
Yes.
Kung if you feel na naay mo kuan pa dyan, so you can make adjustment
Yes.
during the
Enhancement.
mid-year enhancement lang. Tapos, if ever, ma'am, sa MDP, this is in continuation sa question ni Ma'am Nicole, gamay nga na-allocate na budget sa isa ka month and dili makasuporta sa monthly utilities.
Okay.
If ever lang na ay additional MOOE, would it be okay if we will use additional MOOE to cover exact rate or funds for the utilities?
Itong mga additional MOE na to, hindi natin na-foresee. So, since magpaplano tayo for the next year, iguan na lang ginahin yung inyong mga bayro nun. No, will not anticipate for any additional. Kasi baka wala, saan
Yes.
kayo kukuha?
Okay, what if wala?
Yes.
Okay. So, good thing kung naa. Pero kung wala, what
Mm-mm.
if wala? So, we'll just stick to what we have right now.
Yeah,
For the
nakaplano na.
meantime.
Bakit short pa? Yun, di ba?
Okay, next.
Mm.
From Sir Brian De La Torre. Hello, Sir Brian. What if ang 5% nga GAD allocation will be used for repair? Pwede ba gihapon 25% lang gihapon ang repair sa ubang projects? Meaning all in all, 30% na ang repair na ma-charge sa MOE.
No, sir. Still, it's a repair. So, considered pa rin siya na belongs sa dapat 25% ka. Integrated, in-integrate niya yung GAD sa repair. So,
Okay.
appeal siya, sir, sa 25%. Dili siya another nga repair.
Okay.
So,
Sige.
25. Appeal na tong GAD nga gusto nimo i-repair.
Okay. From Sir Raim Panal, what will happen to our utilities in December, like watchman na hindi namin na program for January 2024? Should the BTR will not swipe our cash advances if we still wait until the last day of December to pay the watchman?
Yun na nga, sa nasabi ko, ang pwede nyo i-charge for December na budget sa inyong utilities ay yung November. Or, ayun na nga, kung hindi nyo naman yun na plano, I don't know, if cater pa kasi yun na i-realign or something, kasi dapat tapusin. And I would like just to remind na pinaremind ni Ma'am Shay na by December 20 po talaga, kailangan mag-submit na kayo ng Annex G para hindi mas yung mga budget nyo sa DBP o yung mga MOE niyo para mag-declare kayo ng outstanding checks. So for me, mahirap siya, no? Kasi December 31. Kailangan kasi talagang tapusin yun, sir. So I advise, yun na nga, hindi kasi pwede mag-realign, ma'am.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Okay. From Pitogo District, God allocation clarification po. 5% maximum po ba or minimum?
Minimum yata yan.
Minimum of 5.
Hindi sure. Hindi ko
Okay. We will check
that.
on that, sir.
Kay Sir
Kasi,
Tony.
kay Sir Tony ganun. Okay. From Annie Grace Lozada, if 25K ang monthly budget, pwede po bang 2 months ang request? Or by month na since lampas na sa 20K?
2 months po. Yung maximum po, ikaklaruhin ko to, I'll just want to clarify this. Di ba maximum na pwede niyong ma-download or ma-request po niyo is 2 months. 2 months. If ever may 25 kayo, kasi nga lumagpas, so yung 2 months ang i-request nyo. Maiiwan yung third month nyo for that quarter kapag lumagpas sa 20. So, kailangan nyo yung i-liquidate yung 2 months na i-download sa inyo para ma-request nyo yung third month for that particular quarter. Yun yung ihiwalay nyo, yung ika-third month. Pagsamahin nyo yung first 2 months sa paggawa ng AIP. Like, magkano yung sinabi niya? 25. O, pagsamahin nyo yung dalawang 25, tapos yung ika-third month, let us say 20, separate po talaga siya. Kasi lagpas na ng 20, 25, ng 20 yung dalawa.
Okay. From Sir Junard Seniza, I think session slides are included in the template link. I will check on that, sir. Check na ko yung session slides kasi baka ang session slides na sulod dito is during the mid-year enhancement na to. Yung orientation. Kasi we had an orientation last July. From Sir Glenn Ondiano, clarification in the signatures per page in the AIP. Is it necessary to encode the name of the principal or just initial because it will consume pages? Pwede lang siya, sir. Waskin wa, kasi naano man sa dulo manggod sa last page yun siya ang name ni principal. Pero makita agad na mo unta siya nga. Usahay manggod mag-wonder me kasi lahi ang nakaperma per page sa previous pages and pag abot sa kay principal, lahi siya. So, kato lang siya kanang maklaro lang pod namo siya. Pero pwede ba siya nga dili na necessarily sulaton ang ngalan kada page. Pwede ba gid kayo initial. Okay. Allowed po ba mag-purchase ng CCTV according question ni Ma'am Marivic Doro.
For me personally, wala po ka-encounter nga nag-procure sila o nag-request ng CCTV, but pwede natin i-refer sa muna nino kay dili ko sure.
Okay.
Okay, di ba?
Park lang nato niya mga questions, no? Okay. Next one. Okay, thank you for the enlightenment. You're welcome po. Ask lang po if we can allocate budget from school MOE repair sa mga nasira na desktop, laptops, and printers from Mary Grace Villar.
Yes, ma'am. Minor repairs for not just sa kaning school buildings but also for the equipments. Pwede naman.
Paano pag may surplus po sa electricity po na 500? Need pa rin po ba mag-justify?
Sa what is kayong na-experience ko no bilang bookkeeper before and now validator, pag may surplus lang, pwede niyo siyang hindi na kailangang mag-justify. Add up na lang doon sa school supplies na nandoon sa AIP nyo.
Okay. From Pitogo District, noon kasi every project worth 10K per project na po ang allowed. For now, are we allowed to allocate budget for one repair only worth 25K?
I'm not so sure kung meron pa kasi tayong ceiling per project So depende na rin yun kung kailangan talaga ng 10K. Hindi ko alam. That was the time pa kay Sir Tardo. Hindi ko sure kay Sir Engineer ngayon if he still implemented that. But we'll check on that with engineer na lang. Kung magsaset ba siya ng ceiling per repair.
Okay. From Nichelle Gontalili. Aside sa monthly nga bayro nun para sa internet connection nga 2K na ay 5K nga installation fee and kana nga 5K pwede na mo ma-charge sa MOE.
Wala ko try na siya. For further, kuha na lang na mo ma'am, refer to Ma'am Shane kung okay lang ba na siya i-charge yung appeal.
Yes, for further na lang siya nga kasi supposedly Ma'am Shane will be the one to discuss but then she is attending a training sa Zamboanga ba? I think sa budget execution nila karon. So that's why si Ma'am Jeanette yang right hand niya.
Right foot.
Ma'am, pwede pa ba maka-request sa among remaining month nga June, September o December?
Malabong pagsamahin lahat. Kasi maximum, depende sa amount ng mga months na yan. But I believe, kung may mag-isa dyan ng 20K, hindi pwede. Maximum lang talaga 2 months kasi. So, pwede dyan, December and September or December and June, depende sa inyo.
From Ma'am Evelyn Malinaw, transformer for electricity ng school allowed po ba sa MOE? MOA? MOA
Bakit
lagi.
mo ba?
It's a
Medical ka na.
And if allowed, how much po allowed?
Wala pa ako naka-encounter. Pero meron mga, doon sa senior high, ma'am.
Mm.
Parang meron. Sige lang, for further reference per niyan.
Okay.
Further referral to
Sige,
Ma'am
if
Jane.
you have mga further reference na to kay Ma'am Shane, so please do contact Ma'am Jeanette or even your
Your bookkeepers,
so
para
that
ma-communicate
sila
ako, and then ako i-communicate kay Ma'am Shane para ma-advisean mo what to do.
Okay. From Daryl Claire. Okay. What about for travel expenses of school AOs? Is it included na ba for travel expenses to all school personnel? Kasi it was opened an AO orientation na may travel allowance na 1,500 to 2,000 per month, if I'm not mistaken.
Doon sa school AO, ang alam, hindi ko sure, no? Kasi ang alam ko lang na merong district, merong memo talaga na naka-issue na pwedeng mag-claim are yung district AO. Depende siguro sa tawag niyo school head niyo kung pwede siguro mag-allocate. Of course, meron naman tayong employee-employee relationship with DepEd. So pwede tayong mag-charge. Yun lang po talaga sa mga tawag regular travels, yung mga regular transactions natin dito in relation to pag-perform ng duty po ninyo.
Okay. From Cyril Ursunal, regarding overall total sa AIP nga magdepende sa MDP, ma'am. Ug naa mga ma-approve additional MOE, unsa man ibutang sa overall total, ma'am, based sa MDP or i-add ang additional?
Di sa ta mag-assume sa additional.
We will
Wala pa
focus right now on what
Focus
is
sa-
the MDP. Kasi,
kung ano yung nabigay
Oo,
sa ngayon.
okay, kung naman additional, di ba,
Mag-supplement
sila.
supplement ka.
From Ma'am Vivian Alcorin, kailangan ba ang supplier ng internet service ay PhilJeps registered yun?
Yes.
Yes.
Platinum because service po yan. Platinum member na PhilJeps registered po.
Okay, from Pitogo District. May case po sa amin dito, nag-submit po ng liquidation, tapos may compliance at nag-comply naman ang school head. Pagkatapos may findings na naman ulit dahil sa ibang validator. Ang tanong ngayon, bakit po ba iba't iba ang findings ng mga validator? Kasi yan ang dahilan na ma-delay na kami sa aming request.
Pitugo, no? So, as of now kasi si Pitugo, merong madaming successors kasi on maternity leave po yung validator po nila talaga. So, merong nakatawag nito, nakatoka kung sino yung naka-assign that particular school na sasalo ni siguro i-communicate yun na lang po yung validator na na-assign.
Okay.
Successor, kumbaga.
From Ma'am Jean Castello, are we allowed to specify the actual price of laptop sa AIP?
And why not? With specification, of course.
Kasi you have to include the amount mang yun naman siya
Meron po tayong estimated na amount na ilalagay. Para hindi natin masabi na overprice kayo.
Okay. From Aileen Bagundol. Regarding sa whole year MDP, Magting ES budget is 268,000 for the year 2024. But sa forwarded MDP from division is 270K po ang total. Where to ask po as clarification regarding this one?
You can look for Miss Maureen. Maureen, ang tawag daw. Maureen, sa accounting one office. Siya po yung in charge po dun sa MDPs.
Okay. I mean, sa question ko about purchasing laptop, what is the maximum budget for this? 50K po ba?
Ma'am, below 50K po yung semi-expendable. So it should not reach 50K.
Okay. Can't be accessed po ang link. I will check on that po. Okay. From Ma'am Jezreel Humaway. Pwede maka-ask about fidelity bond. Na-transfer man good and then ang ako gipulihan is November man mo expire. Then November po pud ang budget. Then sa February pa nako need mag-renew. Pwede realign ang fidelity budget for November, ma'am?
Ayan, yun na nga sinasabi mo, isa sa case-to-case basis.
It's a case-to-case.
Exemption curve.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, you could ask for a realignment of that. Kasi hindi nyo ma-avail yung budget
Yeah.
because for that
Oo.
reason, hindi naman kayo ma-expire.
Mm-mm.
Lisod po mag-renew, hindi pa man mo ma-expire.
Need ba
So-
mag-realignment letters? Just bring na lang siya, ma'am, and then you refer to ma'am,
The top management.
Gay or to the top management.
The top management po
Oo.
yung advice.
Sila
ko,
gyud ang
Ma'am Shane.
magkuan.
Ah.
We are not the ones to decide kung
Yes, po.
maalaw ba mag-realign. Okay. Pwede ba ma-account payables ang mga utilities na hindi na-claim ng mga months?
Ayun. You should watch out for that. Kasi last year, ma'am, we're given the chance to na naging AP and baka ipa-AP din ni Ma'am Shane. So, better prepare for the documents na lang. Para once mag-set na ng AP, makapasa kayo at ma-include siya sa payables.
Okay. From Nympha, Fidelity Bond Premium ay, dili
1.5?
pa dai ko pa ni. From Pitogo, can we include in the AIP the cost of relocation of our school site?
Hindi ko sure. Hindi ko alam yan.
Sige, we will. Okay po. Sige po. From Nympha, Fidelity Bond Premium Allocation is only 1.5. Ang binayaran ay 3,375. Pwede ba i-reimburse ang total 3,375?
Magpas po. No, for me no. You need to realign kasi ng ibang budget pag ganyan eh. So kung magkano lang sana. Ba't kasi mas malaki yung binayaran actual kaysa doon sa naplano.
Okay. From Sir Jose Sorella, ask lang po if how much ang allowed travel allowance per month or quarter.
Wala po tayong tinatawag nito na set, no? Depende po kasi kung saan yung location nyo, saan kayo pupunta, and then kung yung tawag nito travel nyo, maglalagay pa kayo ng mga per dimes, ganun.
Okay. From Tipangi Elementary School, what if nag-allocate po ng travel per month tapos walang nangyaring travel on that particular month? Anong mangyayari sa unused funds?
Yun na nga yung sinasabi namin. Iplanong maigi ang mga bagay-bagay para walang mga unused funds. So, siguro, walang mangyayaring unused na travel for sure kasi magta-travel talaga kayo. Either kayo or si school head or yung teacher nyo na hindi nyo na-budgetan, pwede nyo yung gamitin for that purpose kasi travel din naman yun. Meron kasing mga travels na hindi na budget na tapos naka-memo, pwede nyo gamitin dun sa bagay na yun.
Okay. From CJ Almadin, another question po, sa among school wala kami ka-claim sa July to September worth 48K and our December po is 13K due to the transfer of school heads po. Pwede ba siya mag-claim o dugan? Ma-claim o dungan? 61K tanan ang total po.
Dili jud kay extend na siya sa pila ka months. Oo. Si December pwede rin siya parisan og isa, not the whole quarter. Isa ra jud.
Okay. Next. Ma'am, if pa-approve sa additional AIP, dapat ba approved POW ay attached?
Additional no, napag-agreehan natin yung at least sa level ni engineer.
Moagi gid siya kay
Ipa-refer sa namo ni engineer daan bago mi mo check. Kay kailangan of course baka iba naman yung pina-approve niyo doon sa nilagay niyo sa additional.
Siya, ang problem is need man sad approved AIP before mo pirma sa POW.
Dili man.
Ay, dili man
Dili
yan.
man.
We have encountered na anay nagpa-check. Then, ni pirma raman si engineer.
Wala ba si engineer. Okay rin na siya.
Okay. In preparation for the PPMP, do we need to print it by quarter?
No. Ako din.
Ikaw
Ikaw Kuan ma'am per project, 'di ba? Yung ating PPMP. So meron kasi yung particular months from January to December kung kailan niyo i-implement 'yon. So lalagyan niyo yung amount nasa template. Yes.
Like project intended for the implementation of gulayan or sa gulay. So that's one project for the items.
Kailan niyo yun ipa-implement? Depende na yun kung sa kailan.
Are there other questions? I guess we're done now. Dun lang nagtapos lahat ng ang mga questions.
Yes.
But if ever you have other questions, please do not hesitate to contact the accounting. 10K budget ang budget per project.
I-refer saan man ni? Kani question ni or hindi ko sure question siya. Sige lang, I will refer that to engineer kung ano yung as well as question. Okay. So, i-ask ko si engineer pati si Ma'am Shane regarding that matter.
Sige, last question na lang nino. Ask lang pwede from Sir Samuel Catalon. Pwede i-realign ako ang budget sa watchman sa job order to be paid by PTA.
Bakit?
PTA na naman daw siya.
Bakit nga niya i-realign? Yeah, you need to justify why. But sir, kaning case-to-case basis man yan, sir,
Yes,
no? So, if you could justify why, please, ano na lang, see our top management
Oo.
kung i-approve nila.
Yes. Again, if you have other concerns, especially on the financial aspect, feel free to contact your district your bookkeepers, and then sila na ang mo refer